What's up, people? It is Sunday and I am extremely excited about today's video. No exaggeration, I've been waiting almost a year for this stuff to arrive. Guys, we had a subscriber that signed us up with the Arbor Day Foundation, and she said, I'm going to be sending you guys some trees within the next year. And guys, I checked the mail this weekend and the trees came in. So I'm going to show you the different types. I believe there is 4 different types of trees here. They're all different sizes and kinds. So I'm going to go over all the specifications about the trees, how big they get, how fast they grow. I'm going to show you pictures of fully mature trees because these are still little tiny ones. Most of them are about 1.5 to 2 feet tall. So guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video and I hope you learned something as well. Alright people, so this first tree you're looking at is a white flowering dogwood tree. This one is about 2 feet tall. I have 3 of them. As you can see, there are already leaves growing on them. So all I'm going to do is go through the trees real quick here, and then I'm going to go ahead and plant them up inside some little pots and wait till the springtime and plant them out in the yard. Alright guys, in this next cup I have some Washington hawthorns. There's 2 of these. They don't have big, like huge root systems like the other tree did, but these are about 1 foot tall. They're just little sticks. And I'm hoping that once I plant them in the little pots here, keep them inside for about a month or 2, they'll have a nice root system and then I can plant them outside. In my third cup here, I have 2 Sargent Crabapple trees. These things have a decent sized root system on them already. And as you can see, as I'm zooming up here, this one's already starting to bloom out. Let's see if I can zoom in on there or make it clear for you guys. There we go. You see little tiny leaves already starting to grow on them. So I'm excited to see what these trees can do. Once again, here's the root system on them. Then I'll show you the last tree. And then in the last cup here, I have 3 American redbuds. These are probably the smaller ones, but they have some nice roots already growing on them. Check that out. But these are probably about 1 foot tall and real thin right now. But like I said, they should start rooting out better and starting to produce leaves and stuff here in the future once I get everything planted inside some little planters. Alright people, I'm still brand new to all this. Like I said earlier, I'm not an expert by any means. If you have any tips or tricks, comment down below and let me know. But right now I'm just going to go ahead and pot these things up. I have these, they're probably about 1 gallon each. And I'm going to go ahead and fill these up with dirt. And start out with my white flowering dogwood. Like I said, these are the 3 taller ones that I showed earlier. The specifications on these, it says that at the mature height, it gets 20 to 25 feet tall. Mature canopy spread is 25 feet wide. And it says the growth rate is a medium growth rate, 13 to 24 inches per year. So it says it likes full sun and partial shade. So let's get these planted up. And while I'm planting them up, I'll show you a full mature picture of one. That way you guys can get an idea of what it is now and what it could look like. I could be doing this outside, but my greenhouse got a little destroyed in this last storm. It blew part of the door in half. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to keep these trees inside for a while until they can start blooming up a little bit bigger, and then I'll transplant them outside. It's probably going to get messy in here, but that's all right. I'm a single dude. I'll clean up later. I'll probably do these 4 cups right here. Grab one of these stems. It's gonna get messy. Like I said, these have been sitting in water, so they're gonna start dripping. But as you can see right there, it's got a nice root system. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick that right in the middle. Clear out a section that goes kind of down to the bottom. Stick it in there and make sure everything's straight. Make sure it has plenty of room for the roots to grow. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add more dirt in. Alright, so while I finish planting up the other 2, I'm going to go ahead and show you a mature photo of what these trees can look like. And there you have it guys, the white flowering dogwood trees. how cool do these things look? I cannot wait until they get mature like I just showed you guys. Man, it's gonna put off some nice shade, and I just can't tell you how excited I am to finally have more trees on my property. When we got to 2 acres, it only had 1 mesquite tree in the far back, so I planted a few oak trees out in the yard, and I have a couple of like peach trees out there, but these will help fill in more of the gaps out in the yard and help bring in more shade. And guys, there you have it. These are the white flowering dogwood trees. Oh man, how cool did that tree look, having all those white flowers on it? That's gonna make the yard absolutely pop. I cannot wait for these things to get mature and start flowering off. Let's move on to the next tree. All right, people, the next tree we have are some Washington hawthorns. These, it says, let's pull up the sheet because like I said, I'm still an amateur at this. It says that it has white spring flowers that are followed by 1/4 of an inch red fruits that stay on the tree in 2 winter. It's got thorny stems, produce reddish purple leaves that change to dark green in summer, then to orange, scarlet, and purple in the fall. This tree has high wildlife value. This tree can get up from 20 to 30 feet tall and 25 feet wide. It says it's a medium growth rate, 13 to 24 inches per year, and full sun. So let's get these potted up, and while I'm potting them up, I'm gonna go ahead and show you some mature trees. That way you get an idea of what these trees look like. These Washington hawthorn trees might be my favorite one out of the bunch. I love how it starts out with flowers and it turns into leaves and has all little berries on it. Man, these things are gonna be nice growing in the front yard or in the backyard. Maybe I'll even put them around the garden and just have a lot of color around my little raised bed area. Man, I tell you what'd you guys think of all those photos of this type of tree? All right, people, the next tree we have is a Sargent Crabapple. It says on this one that it has profuse clusters of small white fragrant flowers, if I could talk, in spring, and are followed by 1/2 inch red berries that persist into winter and attract birds. New leaves are light green, later turning darker green. It says this one can get up to 6 to 10 feet tall and about 6 to 10 feet wide. It has a slow growth rate. It says 12 inches or less per year, and it needs full sun. So let's get these potted up, and while I'm potting them up, I'm gonna show you some full mature versions of this tree. All right guys, so I got these Sargent Crabapple trees all potted up. These are a little bit smaller, but like I said, this one, it's already starting to put leaves out, so I cannot wait to see what these look like once they're grown up. What'd you guys think of the mature photos? Did y'all see the cats just run by? What'd you guys think of the mature photos of these trees? Comment down below and let me know, and I'm gonna move on to the last tree. All right guys, the final tree is an American redbud tree. Let's read the specifications on this one. It says that it's a small rosy pink spring flower. It's followed by reddish purple leaves in summer, then turns yellow in the fall. The shiny reddish brown 2 to 3 inch seed pods remain on the tree throughout winter. This tree, these little tiny things, can get 20 to 30 feet tall, 25 to 35 feet wide. It's got a medium growth rate from 13 to 24 inches per year, and it needs full sun and partial shade. So let's get these things potted up, and while I'm doing that, I'm gonna show you the mature version of these trees. Guys, let me know what you think about that tree. I think these are gonna look amazing out in the yard as well. Guys, I cannot tell you how excited I am to have all these trees. Check this out. All these new trees are gonna be going out in the yard within the next month or two. Check that out, that is awesome. All right, people, what do you think of all these trees? Once again, I am beyond excited to get all these things growing and then plant them out in the yard a little bit later. Like I said earlier, I would put these out in the greenhouse, but it messed up in a storm that we had recently, so these will be staying inside until they can catch a bunch of leaves, have the roots grow a little bit stronger, and then once it gets warmer outside, I'm gonna go ahead and transplant some stuff out there. I'm gonna plant it around the garden area, have a little orchard in the back part of my property. Guys, I am super excited for this. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.